So this video is going to go over questions 11 to 15. After the first question, the rest of these questions are actually quite nice and questions that you should be able to answer. This one is quite a horrible question, so we'll get this one done out the way first. So y is directly proportional to the square of x. That means that y equals, I'm going to do it in felt tip so it stands out a bit more. So y equals k x squared. We've got to find the percentage increase in y when x is increased by 15%. Now, when you increase something by 15%, that means you times it by 1.15. So it means that now x has been times by 1.15, which is the same thing as 1.15x. And we've got to work out basically how that affects y, what the percentage increase is in y. So I would do y equals k. And now instead of x squared, it's now going to be 1.15x squared because it's been increased. So if I times this out, I need to do 1.15 squared. So 1.15 squared is 1.3225. And then the x would also be squared as well. And I've still got that k at the beginning times all of that. So how has this affected y? Well, this time you can see now the multiplier is the 1.3225. So that would mean it's 132.25%. So it's gone from 100% to 132.25%. So it's gone up by 32.25%. Right, question 12. So these kind of questions, whenever you've got to write down the value when new, it's always the number here at the beginning, so it's just 16,500. The annual percentage decrease, well, the multiplier is what you need to look at for that bit, and it's 0.82. So 0.82 is 82%, so that means it's gone from 100 to 82%. So that is a difference of 18, so therefore it's gone down by 18%. Part C, showing that the value of the car after 4 years is less than half its value when new. So after 4 years, I would make n here 4. So it'd be 16,500 times 0.82 to the power of 4. So I'm going to work out what that is and then compare it to half of the new value. So when I work out this, I get 7460.01 because it's money, so it should be to 2 decimal places. When it's new, we said it was 16,500. So half of that is 8,250. So you need to just put in one line saying 7460.01 is less than 8,250. And that's all we need to do on that one, really. Right, question 13. This is a nice question, to be honest. So whenever you're working out combinations, you just times all those options together. So we've got to choose a starter, a main dish and a dessert. There's 6 choices for the starter. There's 10 choices for the main dish. And then there's 7 choices for the other one. So that's just going to make 420. And that is it. The next one is slightly more complicated because this time they're only going to have a 2-course meal. So it could be that they have a starter and a main dish. So there were 6 starters, 10 main dishes. So that would be 6 times 10, which is 60. Then it could be a starter with a dessert. So that would be the 6 times by the 7, which is 42. And then it could be a main dish with a dessert, so that's going to be 10 and 7, so 10 times 7 is 70. And then we just add up all those, and what do you know, it makes 172. Right, question 14 is a Venn diagram. This should be another easy way to pick up marks. So the total number of students is 121, so you just add up all the numbers here. Obviously you can't add up the x, but add up the 41, the 18, the 35 and take it away from 121. So they add up to 94, so I do 121 minus 94. So So that is 27. Right, next, one of the 121 students is selected at random. Find the probability that they study maths given that they study physics. So we know that they definitely 100% study physics. So that means they are going to be out of this circle here. We said X was 27. So the probability that they study maths, if they're in that circle there, there's 27 of them that also study maths. So it would be 27 over, and then we've got to do the total of that circle rather than the whole total because of the fact we know that they study physics. So we know it's going to be one of the people in that circle. So 27 plus 18 is 45. So it should be 27 over 45. Right, final question for this video. So already we're only on about 6 minutes, so you can tell this part of the paper is a lot easier. So we've got x squared minus 8x plus 25. So I'm going to half the minus 8. That's going to make minus 4. Minus 4 squared is 16, so to get to 25, I need to add on 9. So the main mistake that people make is to say minus 4 squared is minus 16, but whenever you square something, it's always positive. So it's going to be 16, and then you need to add 9. So x minus 4 squared, and then plus 9. The coordinates of the turning point, so this is where you change that sign. So that one is minus 4, so you're going to write 4. So that one you change. This one you keep the same. So this is the question that I said in class. We haven't really done this yet. It is a topic that obviously I need to do, and I'm quite aware that we need to do this. So transformations of graphs we've not really looked at yet. However, it's not really that bad. What that means is the graph of y equals x squared looks like this, where that turning point, that's what we call the turning point, that bit there, is on 0, 0. Now we've just said actually it's going to go to 4, 9. So that would mean it goes along 4 and up 9. And transformation is still talking about reflection, rotation, enlargement, translation. Now that has just been copied and pasted up there. So it's 1 mark for translation. And then the other mark is just saying the fact it's gone 4 right and then 9 up. So it's just translation 4, 9 like that.